Some people have asked me why I teach productivity in my methodology called strategic narrative. What's the connection between a narrative and productivity? And it's because fundamentally, when I think about entrepreneurship, I think about a journey of learning. I think of a learning experience. You learn about your market, you learn about your clients, you can learn about your team, about how you can create a profitable business, and you learn about yourself. And um, and that is how you create your own authentic personal narrative. Building your own narrative is an experience, yes, that uses the art of the possible, of finding the best options that are available for you. And to do this, you have to learn. You have to explore uncharted territories. You have to explore the unknown so that you can learn what works best for you and your business and your team. And however whatever the business is, big, small businesses, services, products, that's true for all of the entrepreneurs out there. So as you do this, you go through an education, right? It's an education process. And there is one thing that all entrepreneurs have to learn. It is to make themselves do the things that they decided that they wanted to do, the things that ought to be done at a given time, at a given place, with a given process, given mindset. It's really that there's no simpler word than accountability, right? It's about learning accountability. And I think about entrepreneurship as an education process that I hope my kids, for instance, will get to experience. My kids don't like schools. They're 16 and 13. They're typical teenagers. And they are two boys, and they've told me repeatedly, we don't like schools. We prefer to do sports and arts, and they're very good at these disciplines. They still work very hard in school. They're still very smart and good kids. They do their best to follow the process, but still inside them, they just don't enjoy school. They don't like to wake up early. They don't like to attend school, be seated on a chair. They like to be in motion and do all sorts of stuff, all sorts of things. So they don't like school. But still, we had these conversations together, and I told them, look, this is your narrative, the narrative of I don't like school. But let me show you another narrative that will help you be a better leader in life, and which is the narrative that school is here to teach you one thing. It's here to teach you the ability to engage in activities that you don't like, right? And entrepreneurship is a lot about doing things that you will not like. The typical ones are doing accounting, like bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is not something that I've heard so many out there people say that it's fun as an entrepreneur to do. Um, Selling, but I mean, cold calling, selling, cold calling. I really enjoy reaching out to people, and I personally really enjoy selling my services in an authentic way. But a lot of people don't like selling their services. They don't like selling for their business. So all of that is summarized in a quote that I really like, that I want to read to you, by Thomas Henry Huxley. And it goes like this. Thomas Henry Huxley, sorry. It goes like this. Perhaps the most valuable result of all education is the ability to make yourself do the thing you have to do when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. And I think that this perspective really underscores the essence of productivity as a healthy and disciplined approach to our work and our lives, and especially when it comes to entrepreneurships. See, you can have all the ideas you want. You can come up with the best plan and the best strategy, and very often time, typical entrepreneurs are very positive. They do a lot of we do a lot of wishful thinking. Our ideas are going to work for sure, right? And we invest into the ideas. We put all our savings, our money, and all our time and all our energy and our relationship, because we believe so much in the potential for our business to succeed, right? That's the strategy. Well, that's planning and strategy, two different things, but that's happens at the same stage. And then comes execution. And So much of the of execution relies on your ability, as the quotes say, to make yourself do the thing you have to do when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. That's the thing. You will be very good at procrastinating and letting yourself have another hour, another minute, another day. I am very good at this, to be honest. I see myself every day, and yet I manage to make myself do the things that ought to be done, whether I like it or not. This is really, really critical. Really critical. You can also ask machines to do a bunch of stuff for you. And if you've programmed some machine to produce some stuff for you, that's great. But if you are really the centerpiece of your process, you're gonna have to develop that skill. If you set yourself, if you set your schedule to start at 8 a.m. developing a piece of intellectual property, are you at 8 a.m. in front of your screen at your desk really developing that piece of intellectual property, or are you thinking about other things? Are you going somewhere else? Accountability. That's the number one thing for entrepreneurs. The biggest asset, the most important asset in a company, especially a startup that hasn't scaled yet with lots of processes and a team and automations yet. The number one asset is the founders. That's the number one asset, and that is just for that reason. The whole reason about everything I just explained to you in this video. That's why when investors look at your company and they're thinking about giving you money, the number one thing they look at is you as the founder, right? Of course, they want to see the financials and the go-to-market strategy and the planning and the product and the testing, but do they really trust you to do the things that ought to be done, whether you like it or not? Because there will be decisions, believe me, there will be decisions that you will not like taking. But will you have the strength, the skill, the courage to make yourself do these things, whether you like it or not? I will leave you with that question. Thank you so much. I hope this helps. And as always, I welcome your comments and questions and ideas for more videos about how to build a more authentic, soulful, genuine, sustainable, profitable firm that you also love. Thank you.